Good evening, RandomVengeance here, and today I'm going to be showing you another method of duplicating weapons and items using the store. This is a variant on a past duplication glitch or exploit that I have in another video. Probably have a link in the description, maybe an annotation as well, so you can actually be directed there if you want to see that method as well, because you can use this on the stash and duplicate items as much as you want, but it does not work for weapons. So the store will be best for duplicating weapons. Now I'm also going to be telling you how you can also, there's another method that actually works on Xbox, because I know that some people don't have an Ethernet cord, and that's a requirement for doing this on PlayStation 4, but on Xbox there is a way that you can do this without the Ethernet cord. I will share that after I get completed showing you this. First thing that you need to do is have your game session be something that is online. Now, you can have that be LAN, you can have that be friends only, you can have that be public, whatever it is, as long as your system thinks that it needs to be online, that it needs to be connecting to something, because we're going to need to have a connection lost window that will pop up that we need to get rid of in a specific way. So that's the first step, is to make sure that you are online in some capacity. Next, I'm going to be duplicating some of my weapons here. What you'll need to do is you'll need to actually have an amount of an item that has like a number next to it. Don't have it be too high because you won't be able to pick them up anyway. I've only got a room for some. Probably keep it 20 or below or so. And you want to click the button to say sell. In my case, that is X. Now, once we have this up, there's something that I cannot show you. Unfortunately, on the PlayStation 4, you have to pull your Ethernet cord at this point in time. On Xbox, however, there is a slightly easier way to do this. You guys can hit, I believe it's your home button, and then you go to somewhere inside of your system. I don't know how it works because I don't own an Xbox, but inside of your settings you'll be able to like make yourself go offline from inside their settings, go offline, uncheck something that says be online, turn off your Wi-Fi, whatever the case is to boot your system offline. That's what you do, and then apparently you double tap B to get back inside of Dying Light immediately after doing that. You have to do it as quickly as possible, because there will be a connection loss dialog box that will pop up behind this sell item window here that you need to close immediately after it pops up. You'll need to time it, and you'll need to hit the button. In my case, it's X. On Xbox, I believe it's A, but don't quote me on that because I don't own an Xbox. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right now, and I probably won't get it the first try because it is a little bit more difficult to pull off because you have to have perfect timing on this. See if I get it the first try. I'm betting no, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the Ethernet cord at this point in time, and I'm going to be hitting X about a second after I unplug the Ethernet cord. It might be different for your system. You'll have to time it out. For the Xbox, again, you'll be double tapping B to get back into the Dying Light game as soon as possible, and then you'll have to time out how long that connection loss dialog box pops up. But let's go ahead and do this. Oh, now I did not do it fast enough. What happened was the connection loss dialog box popped up. I did not hit X on my system fast enough. So what I'm going to do at this point in time is I'm actually going to hit the same thing. This time I'm not going to hit anything because I want to show you the connection loss dialog box. Okay, so there's the connection loss dialog box. If you notice, when the connection loss dialog box popped up, there was a split second between when it popped up and the sell item dialog box, that the window that was up before saying that I wanted to sell cloak potions, disappeared. That's the time in between which you need to hit, in my case it's X. As you can see, it says X for OK. Whatever you see on the Xbox, whatever that button is, that's the button you need to hit while the connection loss dialog box is behind the sell item dialog. Or again, if you're using the other method that I showed in the other video, the store item if you're using your player stash or the storage in order to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on trying this, and then we'll come back when I've actually accomplished it. And there we go. As you can see, the connection loss dialog box, or the connection loss window, disappeared behind this. And now look, I can now move around inside of the store. If I were in the player stash, it would be inside the player stash that I'd be able to move around in my inventory. Now what I do is I go up to the item that I want to duplicate or turn into 10 of them. If I were to do it on landmine, it would turn into 10 landmines sold, and I lose, what would that be, 89 of them? So always, go to a smaller number of things than what you're trying to do. In the stash, I'd be moving all into my stash, and it will change it to whatever number it was. You're going to be transferring the number into whatever you started with. If I started with 999,999 things, then it would turn it into 999,999 things. But what I'll say is, this works best for weapons. If you're planning on doing this for items, use the stash because that's for free. This requires money. So once I have gotten to the point where I'm at this, whether you're unplugging your Ethernet cord or using the Xbox method, you go up to the weapon that you want to duplicate and you hit the Sell All button. In my case, that's triangle. I have no idea what that would be. It might be like Y, I think, on Xbox. But either way, you hit Sell All, and then you go to buy back. And look, I have sold not 1, but 10 Twilight Phantoms. Now I can buy them back, and see, as many as I can hold, and now rather than 1, I've got 4. So that is the method to be able to duplicate weapons, items if you want to, but again, this costs money. If you don't want to have it cost money, or if you want to duplicate disaster relief or bolter liver, I would recommend using your player stash because that is for free. You're going to be using this exact same method, the exact same steps that I told you for Xbox or PlayStation. Again, the slight variant between the two because the Xbox gives you a slight bit more time between when I unplug the Ethernet cord and when I the easiest way to explain this is the Xbox gives you a little bit extra time between when your system goes offline and that connection lost dialog or window box pops up. You've got enough time to go from your system, from the settings inside on your Xbox back into the game. The PlayStation 4 does not allow you to do that. It doesn't have enough time. It's almost instantaneous. It's like about a second or so between when I pull my Ethernet cord and that dialog box pops up. You guys have apparently between 3 and 5 seconds. So if you do it really quickly, you're able to get back into the system and then time it out so you can actually get rid of that connection loss dialog box. Now I hope that this is a little bit more descriptive because I know that my last video that I created for this wasn't as descriptive. And I'm also hoping that the Xbox version will help a lot of Xbox users because I know that not everybody has an Ethernet cord, and that'll give you an extra thing or an extra method that you can use in order to do that. Oh, and one last thing I'll also mention. I actually heard that there's someone on Xbox claiming to be me. I don't own an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox Live account, so if you're getting messages from someone claiming to be me on Xbox, it's not me. So just I'm kind of surprised at that because I didn't think that I'm like big enough of a YouTube channel in order to get like such dedicated haters. But but either way, it's not me if you're getting messages from someone on Xbox. I only have PC and PlayStation 4. So there you go. Hopefully this helped you, and hopefully this will give you a little bit more detail into what exactly you're supposed to do in order to get this method to work properly. And just remember, if it wasn't evening when you watched this, it's always evening where I am.